What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben Gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. Now, today we're actually going to be taking a look at Doom the Dark Ages running on the Steam Deck. Now, this game is actually playable now on Steam Deck. It wasn't at launch, or at least it wasn't just by playing the game, but now you can actually just play the game. So let's head over to the Steam Deck for a second. We've got it in docked mode, obviously, and I just want to show that if you go to library and you actually bring up, I've got a lot of installed games, man, Jesus Christ, it just shows as still not playable in the game info. As you can see here, it says compatibility unknown still, so it's just not been approved yet. But we've had a little update today, and as you can see, we're in docked mode, obviously, which doesn't make a difference. We're just docking it to a capture card so I can record direct footage with you, or for you, sorry. You can actually see that we can now get the game running. Now, it is not the best by any means looking game on the when it's docked like this. If you're looking at this in any kind of a big screen at all, it looks pretty rough. Like, it's not how I would choose to play the game. But at the end of the day, if you do want to play this game on Steam Deck, you absolutely now can. So let's dive into some of the settings and see what we can actually do and what we can't do. So resolution wise, we have dropped incredibly low, so let's put it up to 720p just to show you guys what would actually happen in terms of frame rate. So as you can see, we bumped it up, but obviously I will note that there is still FSR going on, so let's actually turn that off. Let's turn off all sort of upscaling and put it as full native TAA, yes. So we should now be running at a native 720p resolution, which is achievable. It actually in some ways looks a little bit worse on the monitor. I mean, again, if you're looking at something that's bigger than the Steam Deck display, this isn't going to give an accurate representation of exactly what you're achieving, because in the end of the day, you know, you're going to be playing on a tiny Steam Deck screen. So let's see what else we can do here in the settings. Now, we've got HDR calibration, we've got TAA. Let's see if we can do FSR. And let's see if we can do FSR quality and just see what happens here. Boom. Okay, we're approved. Let's go back. And yeah, that's actually significantly better. It does look a little bit sharper here, but we're now losing that frame rate. So you've got the frame rate counter in the top left-hand corner. So that is something to keep an eye on. Let's try some other stuff and just see what we can do here. So we've got to quality. Let's try balanced and go yes. We've also got frame generation we can tinker with. So this looks a little bit better still than I would say what native resolution was kind of looking like. I would think it just feels a little bit nicer as well, I've got to say. Just go this side. And it's just very grainy in the distance, you can see. It's still very, very grainy. So let's play around with some more settings here and see what we think. Let me put some more metrics on for you guys as well. Let's drop over here and let's turn on... what am I doing? Let's put on the more advanced view. Let's put it like that. Let me unplug the Steam Deck from the dock in terms of charge as well. Sorry, it's just going to redock itself with the signal. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. So let's undo that and let's go back to the game now. You've got a bit more of a clear understanding of all the things going on in the top left-hand corner. So we've got FSR, that's fine. Let's turn off depth of field. We've cranked the sharpening up. I thought that was a good idea, but I might actually take that right down now and just see what happens. Just leave it on 1. We've got FSR balanced. Let's try frame gen. I know it's not something that you should use below really 60 frames, ideally, but at the same time, okay, I need to reset this game because it's messed everything up now. I'm plugging it. 2 seconds. Okay, so that's strange. I've spotted a bug actually with frame gen. When you turn it on, it actually makes the performance sluggish. It was nothing to do with me undocking this at all. It was purely the fact that the game just actually broke the minute I tried to turn on any form of frame gen. So that's something worth noting. So I want to see what we can do settings wise, if there's anything we can alter here to make this just look a little bit better and a little bit cleaner. I'm trying to find the best optimization like route here to go, basically. So we've done that. We've done 720p, which is what you'd be running it on the native Steam Deck display, which is fine. You could do it at 800p as well, but I'm just doing it 720p for the premise of the video in terms of like your own display. So FSR we've got on balance, that's fine. We can maybe turn up sharpness a bit on FSR, I think, to like maybe 50. Let's see if that makes a difference. What could we do in terms of actual settings? Could we maybe go up to like medium? Let's see. Yeah, see, we're dropping below that. We're dropping below that frame rate. That frame rate target of at least 30 FPS would be nice. So, and to be honest, I haven't seen a single difference in image quality. So, if I were you, in terms of actual visual settings, I would 100% leave this on low, because I may even turn down my texture pool size just to save a bit of VRAM there. Yeah, it's not making any difference between like low and like medium what we changed there. At this kind of resolution, it's not going to make a huge difference. But you absolutely can play this game now. So in my opinion, like you can have this on Steam Deck and it is just working. Like, is it the best experience? Absolutely not. Of course not. This is a handheld system, but at the end of the day, it is working on a handheld if you want to play it this way, and you can tinker around with settings. And as I said, actually doing something on the Steam Deck display rather than like we are here, going down to something like not DLSS, FSR performance or something like that is absolutely fine. Like, it doesn't look too bad on the actual handheld display. So that is something worth noting. You do have that option. There's plenty of options here. What have we got? We've got the pulverizer. Let's do some pulverizing, guys, you know? This gun is so cool. The guns in this game are absolutely phenomenal. But as you can see, you're sort of keeping around that 30 frames per second mark pretty consistently. Like, the odd drops here and there down to the 30, like just below, 30 frames, high 20s and stuff. The lowest I've seen is like 25-ish, I think. But it is doable. You can play this on Steam Deck if you want to. Again, on the actual handheld display, like, it doesn't look too bad. You might be thinking, oh god, this looks absolutely awful. Docked if you're watching this on like any form of big TV or whatever. But if you're watching it on a phone or something, similar to size to a Steam Deck, it's really not too bad at all. Now, power usage and things like that is obviously going to be not great. You're going to be using a lot of battery life to run this kind of game, of course. So that's something definitely to bear in mind. You're not going to be playing this game for hours and hours and hours on end. Like, it's just not going to happen. Boom. This is what happens when you go back to the beginning of the game with all these upgraded weapons. You just absolutely destroy everything in front of you. Boom. But as you can see, like, I'm actually having a good time. I'm able to play it, like, even though I'm docked to like a quite a sizable monitor, like a 30-inch monitor right now on my in front of me. Like, I'm docked to a bigger display, so I'm still able to have a good time and still play this game like this. It's still, yeah, it looks rough, it's very pixelated in the distance, but it's fine. Like, I would say this is an okay way to play it on a handheld device, and this is something that I still like and still is an advantage for something like the Steam Deck over Switch 2. Is like, you don't have to wait for these games to eventually come to the system. You can just play them and trial them day one. They may not always work great on the Steam Deck, that's just how things are, but at the end of the day, like, it is doing it, it's running it, it's actually coping with this game fine, and that's an achievement in my opinion. That's pretty crazy, because this game, although very well optimized, can be pretty demanding, so that's something to bear in mind. Boom. Destroying these guys. Right, okay. We've got an upgrade here. I definitely want to replay through this game. I actually enjoyed it. I've seen a lot of people be criticizing this game for the fact that it's quite different from Doom Eternal, but my question is, what's kind of the huge deal with that? Like, what's the problem it being a different game? I understand maybe not everyone will like it. I get it, but like, people complaining because it's so wildly different than Eternal. It's kind of like, well, isn't that like a bit more of a good thing? Like, that you've got a bit of something that's a bit different and you're able to play a game that just feels slightly different. I don't know. For me, I actually enjoyed it. Towards like the middle of the game, I really adjusted to this like parry system. I don't know what difficulty we're on right now. Maybe it's just because we've gone back to the beginning of the game, but like, I think it's on Ultra Nightmare. Let me just check. I can't remember how you see. I know I just played it through on Ultra Nightmare straight away. That was just my preferred way to play the game. I think, yeah, Nightmare. Oh, sorry, not Ultra Nightmare. Sorry, obviously not Ultra Nightmare. That would have been crazy. You can't die a single time in Ultra Nightmare. But yeah, no, I played it through on Nightmare mode straight away, and yeah, it was just my kind of way to play the game. But I think we'll leave it there. I don't think there's much more to say. I really enjoy doing these Steam Deck videos. I enjoy kind of tinkering around the settings a little bit in these videos as well. Like, I'm still able to hit my shots, no problem, like, even at these lower frame rates here. And again, like, I'll say it one more time, playing on the handheld screen, it is absolutely fine at this sort of quality. That's something you can do. So I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like if you've enjoyed this video. I will do more Steam Deck videos over the next when more games come out for PC and stuff, when there's more interesting stuff for me to do, I will absolutely make those videos. But please consider leaving a like. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you in future videos. Bye bye for now.